Hey, Chad, Apex 404. Make sure all my lockers are on before I get talking. Alright, so we just got through all the ruts. We stopped, had some lunch, and now we're just going to wrap this trail up. I think there's one more puddle up here that we get to go through. It's kind of, it's one of the more devastating puddles, if I remember correctly. And it shouldn't be too far up here. I think I see it. And I'll keep you guys on the video as we get to it. It's a little bumpy, some rocks and things. You gotta.
I'm trying to get my sway bar to redisconnect.
Well, the joys of having Rubicon.
Alright, I'm rolling.
Woo! Well, this is fun. No matter how you look at it. Yeah, I'm looking at that big puddle up there now, and we're gonna put it in 4 low and trump on through it. I'm not using lockers. I'm just gonna let her go, and hopefully we make it through. Because our winch is broken now. When Glenn was trying to free spool it, he pulled the knob out, and we can't get it to go back in there. So I don't have a clue how to make that thing work without that knob in there. So we worked on it for 30 minutes or so and couldn't get it to go. So we just had to tape it up so water doesn't get in it. Oops, let it go. Oh, this doesn't need a 4 low. This is a small puddle. This is not the one I was thinking it was. This is just a little 10-foot puddle. No big deal. I know I'm not filming the puddles, but no big deal. Two-wheel drive, we just drove through it. You heard it. So anyway, I'll tell you a little more about what we do on a weekend. We just like to find these trails that people are doing and have been doing for years, and go check them out. We discovered some trails this morning. Actually, we discovered them last week. We just decided to come do them this morning.
I'm coming. I had to stop for a minute.
Let me hit this radio real quick. Roger that. So anyway, we like to go run.
I had a fight with a dog. Hold on a second. I gotta stop again.
Glenn's fighting with his dog, apparently. That dog's got more energy than any dog I've ever met. The dog never sits still. I've never seen the dog lay down and just relax. It's a rhymer whiner. She's a sweet dog, but she never calms down. So anyway, we like to go and we go to Stone Lonesome up in Coleman, Alabama. We go to
I'm rolling again.
Wind Rock up in Tennessee.
Going through the mud hole.
And he's a long way behind us. I'll have to just go slow. There's a little turn off. Oh, there's mud in it too. Yeah, we got a few that we just continuously do, and then others we don't mind finding new stuff. So me and Glenn and a guy named Bob, here comes the big mud puddle. We're going to 4 low this one. I think no, that may not be it either. There's 3 of them up here, and I don't think this is one of the ones. So we're gonna chance it. I've been up here enough, I should know. But most of them, oh, you can see the bottom. So So I tell you what, let's we gotta wait on Glenn anyway, so let's just put it in 4 low, see what happens. He hadn't hit no mud puddle yet. This is a mud puddle. Let's do it. Wasn't even worth stopping. Wasn't even worth it. Wasn't even worth it. The good thing about Talladega, even the scary mud holes have a rock bottom in them. So if your tires can touch the bottom, you'll roll right out of them. You know, some of them have deep ruts in them, so you can high center and get stuck that way. But generally speaking, you really don't need 4 low to get through any of those mud puddles. I did get stuck one time because I high centered, but you know, not too bad. Look, we'd love to meet you.
So, I had to stop and let the dog out. She wouldn't stay in the back seat. She was driving me crazy trying to get up front with me.
Okay, y'all heard it from his mouth himself. Anyway, so we'd really love to meet you guys. Come out here and do a little 4-wheeling. This is fun. I used to ride motorcycles and had some medical issues, so that kind of killed that. So I went a couple of years with no motorcycle. I decided I need to do something because I was driving myself nuts at home, not being able to go do anything. So we got a little rock climb here. I don't need 4 low, but I'm going to do it anyway, just because it makes it a little easier.
Oh, this has been washed out so much.
Yeah, this trail has changed so much since the last time I was up here. So, yep, make this little climb right here.
600-2's got a whole new feeling and game now.
Yeah, he's right, it does. That right there gets in the way of a lot of stuff. I might just turn that thing off, but some way I can keep in touch with Glenn. So this is the second portion of the ruts, and they're not too bad. They're worse than they used to be, but they're still not too bad. So 4 low, you're good. But this is why, smell oil. This is why these little stock vehicles are not going to make it on this trail anymore. This is washed out as well, and it's a lot worse than it used to be. It's not awful. It's not like the last set of ruts, but it is tough. It is. Well, it's bouncy. You're going to have some clearance for this too. And like I mentioned before, 35s is probably the minimum. I would recommend 37s in a little lift if you got it. If you got 35s in a little lift, you probably make it fine. But I would prefer to have 37s on my Jeep today, since we're going down this thing. And we've heard that the thing was washed out, but we didn't realize how much. So, and you don't know until you go and do it. So, hey, if you guys join our Facebook page and you want to go do some trails, mention it in the comments, and we'll hook up and we'll go try to do some of these things. If you guys have heard some things that we haven't done, or if you just want to come up here and do some of this stuff, that's cool with us. You know, like I said, we love to do it, and some of the stuff we do a lot, some of it we haven't been. You know, Stony Lonesome up in Coleman is a great place. It's got a lot of versatility. So last time we were up there was 7 of us, and we met 7 more while we were on the trail, and we all rode together for an entire day, and it was a lot of fun. I gotta tell you, I wasn't really excited about being on the trail with more than 7 people, but we had a really good time that Saturday, and we did some things that we wouldn't have otherwise done. I was leading the group that day, and when we were stopped for lunch, we met this other guy, and he was leading that group. So we got along good, and we're actually, it's the first time I met him. So we actually still keep in touch. That was the only time I've ever been wheeling with him. But he's off in, I don't know, Colorado or something now, Kansas, and he's wheeling almost every day. He's got a boat and a motorcycle and a Jeep. His son's got a Bronco. So, but my point was there was 7 of us, and that's a little beyond what I really like to do. But we had 7 more join us, and there was a bunch of us, and it was really kind of fun. I mean, we were at an off-road park, so it's not like doing this 602 or one of these forestry roads. This is really fun, but this is something we can do anytime during the year. They do have a hunting season up here, so sometimes you run into some hunters, but they don't usually get out on this road. They'll drive up on this road, but there's a lot of other little side chutes, and they'll get off the road and walk or hike down in there to go hunting. So you really don't have to worry much about the people who are hunting out here, because they get a good enough distance away that you don't really have to worry about it. And I'm sure I was a hunter for a long time. I don't hunt anymore just simply because I don't have time. But most people who hunt are conservationists, and they respect what they're doing. So, and my point of saying that all is that if they walk away from the trail, they're not going to shoot back at the trail. So, unless you got some stupid idiot, and they're always out there. But I don't really worry about people that are hunting up here. Never heard a gunshot up here, unless somebody was just up here shooting. I have heard that, but I knew where they were. I knew where they were shooting, so it's no big deal. They usually have a good backdrop, and if you get off of this trail and go down where people hunt, I mean, you're so high off in elevation from those people when they're hunting down there. Even if they did shoot back at the road, I think you'd be fine, because there's a big backdrop. There's lots of trees and lots of foliage, and there's just a bullet can't travel through all of that. So the video's gotten into 13 minutes, so I'm gonna go ahead and shut her down. And we're going really slow. I'm probably going less than 5 miles an hour in 4 low, just dealing with all these rocks, and we're almost to the end of the trail. So I'll sign off, and you guys go to the Facebook page, Apex 4x4 of Central Alabama. So go up there and join our page. I'm the admin, so if a stranger joins, just answer the questions and then join the page, and hopefully we'll see you out on a ride. Okay, have a great weekend. Bye bye.